California is pretty amazing when you think about it. I'm out here below sea level, and tomorrow by this time, hopefully, I'll be coming down off of Mount Whitney, which is the highest point in the continental US. So today, after visiting the sand dunes, I'll be driving over towards Lone Pine and Whitney Portal. Good morning and welcome to another World Hiker Adventure. Thanks for joining me here as I show you some of the most beautiful places in the United States and the entire world. Today's adventure is a big one. I'll be heading up to Mount Whitney, the highest point in the continental United States, the highest point in the entire US of A outside of Alaska at 14,500 feet. It is November here, so the permit system has stopped. Anyone can come up Mount Whitney once November 1st hits, but November means snow, and so it snowed at least a few times here in the last few weeks, so I've got to carry a little bit bigger of a backpack today. I don't have my trail running vest, unfortunately, which I love taking, but rather be safe than sorry, so I have my trekking poles, microspikes, an extra layer, a little bit extra water, and a little bit extra food, which is very wise if you're coming up here after November and it has snow, because this is a big day. The route today should be at least 20 or 22 miles. It's gonna have a lot of vert as I'm starting right around 8,000 feet, and Whitney summit is at 14,500 feet. So as you can tell, I'm trying to catch my breath a little bit already. Coming from Sacramento at sea level, gotta get used to the elevation here, but it should be an absolutely beautiful day, going up to the highest point in the lower 48s. A lot of people recommend starting this one super early, but I'm hoping that a little bit quicker of a pace, I'll be able to get up and get down, hopefully before the sun goes down. We will see. I have hit snow really early here. I'm 3 miles in, and I'm walking on a lot of snow already here, so we will see how it turns out when I get farther up. I'm not even at 10,000 feet, so I've got at least 4,500 more feet left to climb, and there's already a lot of snow out here. So I'm at 4.5 miles in here at Mirror Lake, which is completely frozen over. Got the sun just reaching some of the high peaks straight up behind me. I am 5.5 miles in here, doing a lot of climbing and getting over to some really beautiful lookout spots here just off the trail. So this is the first part of the trail here where I'm getting snow and a pretty good drop off down to my left side here. So what am I doing? I'm just taking it one step at a time, following the boot tracks that are up here. If it was even more sketchy, I'd throw on my micro spikes, but feeling good enough to make it through this stretch for now. Finally the sun has come out here. I'm up to about 11,800 feet, and I've been waiting for the sun for a long time. It just recharges your batteries. It makes you feel alive. It gets some warmth back into your hands and your nose and your ears. Feeling a lot better now that the sun has popped out. Getting to the section with the 99 or 100 or however many you want to count here, switchbacks. And so far so good. I will have a lot of climbing left and staying just warm enough in shorts and a lightweight long sleeve shirt. All right, so here we go with the section with the 99 infamous switchbacks. Talked to quite a few people coming down so far that have turned around somewhere up there near the cables, so we will keep our fingers crossed that it doesn't get too sketchy up ahead here. So I've made it through the cable section. I'm not sure if there's one more coming up or multiple coming up, but then the part past the cable section is I think gonna be the sketchy part up here because you got nothing catching you. If you are to slide down here to your right, that would not be a happy ending. So I'm gonna take it one step at a time and see how this goes here and be very, very careful working my way up. When you're heading out in the dark in the morning, you're never quite sure what to bring, but I'm sure glad that I brought everything I have with me today. Gaiters, rain pants, microspikes, trekking poles. I'm hoping I'm through the worst of it, but it made me feel a lot safer to have this on a couple of those real sketchy sections back there. So if you're coming up, I would definitely be prepared and bring a little bit more gear rather than less. Oh, I'm up to 13,500 feet. I can see Trails Crest, the pass, and I'm excited about getting there because I think things should flatten out a little bit once I get there. I am heading across these diagonal slopes here. Been making my way carefully. The worst part was definitely down below there with some of the spots that went pretty much straight up, but this part is a little bit more comfortable for me. I've been making pretty good time, and I am chugging along here, maybe about a quarter mile to Trails Crest. Hallelujah! Made it to Trails Crest. I didn't know how long that was going to take or if it was going to be possible to get up all those 99 switchbacks, but one step at a time. Glad I brought my microspikes, gaiters, rain pants, and glad that I have quite a bit of experience in the high mountains. So I am dropping down here for the first time in a long time off of Trails Crest. You got beautiful upper and lower Hitchcock Lake down below me here. I'm gonna get a little bit of downhill, which is all right now. I'm not looking forward to coming up on this part on the way back, and we'll keep going around the back side here of Mount Muir and heading out towards the summit of Mount Whitney. I forgot how beautiful this trail is in this section here. The trail makes its way on the west side of the backside of Mount Muir and just skirts along all these big pillars up above me and takes you through these little notches and weaves its way back towards Mount Whitney. I am up above 14,000 feet. My heart is pounding hard. My head's throbbing because of the altitude a little bit and because of the incline here, but it's all part of the deal. I should have about a half mile and about 400 or 500 feet left to climb. I'm trying not to stop here, but keep pushing all the way to the summit. And we are getting close, getting close. Oh, so I've made it to the highest point in the continental United States, Mount Whitney, 14,500 feet. I'm just over 11 miles. That was a solid hike up here. I started just after 6, it's about 12 o'clock, so I got up in about 5 hours and 40 minutes, more or less. And it's a beautiful blue day up here, no clouds in the sky. Nice little spot here in the refuge. Got some other people that are up here at the summit. I'm gonna be up here, relax for a little bit, and then start heading down because I'm gonna have to race the daylight, and I like to be down before it gets completely pitch black. So I got to enjoy the summit there for a good 30 minutes at least, but you got to keep an eye on the time and know that you have a long ways down when you're on top of Mount Whitney. I mean, it took me over 5.5 hours to get up, and it's not going to be that fast going down here with all the snow and kind of some of these sketchy conditions on a few of the switchbacks. So I'm getting a move on and starting to make my way down here, heading back towards Mount Muir and head down the trail here that heads down the backside of the big pillars on the way down from Whitney. Whitney really is a long day, a lot of peaks. You know, when you get to the crux of the route, that means you're close to the summit. And this peak, when you get to the crux of the route, those 99 switchbacks, especially with all the snow and ice on them right now, you think you're kind of at the summit, but you still have a ways to go. You still have a couple miles to traverse across here, and then a couple miles back. So it's really a peak that you need to stay focused for the whole day and start early. I know I said in the beginning that I started at 6:15 here, but if you're gonna try to get in Whitney in a day, start early. I know I move pretty fast, so I'm able to start a little bit later, but this is really a long day. So I made it back up here to Trail's Crest. That's kind of a long couple mile traverse to get back up here, honestly. You have a little bit of climbing in there too, so it gets to you a little bit. I'm gonna throw my microspikes back on and start working my way down. The hardest part of this hike with the snow, these 99 switchbacks. I'm able to run most of these switchbacks so far here on the first half of them. And I got these pillars straight behind me that are illuminated by the afternoon sun. I mean, Mount Whitney is just a grand mountain. It's huge, it's long, it's definitely a big day, but is it worth it? Oh, this is spectacular. Finally, I'm off the 99 switchbacks. I'm down here to trail camp and get a little bit of flatter walk in here. That was a lot of switchbacks. It is not even 3 o'clock and it feels like the sun is already going down out here. Short days when you get to the winter season. Consultation Lake right behind me is absolutely gorgeous here in the afternoon glow. I'm at mile 17 and a half here. Feeling a little bit gassed after all the snow travel. I'm back at Mirror Lake. That means I should have, maybe 4 or 5 miles back down to the Whitney Portal trailhead. I've made it back down to Outpost Camp here. It is a ghost town here. There's nobody here. Clearly winter is coming, and there's not too many people that are wanting to camp out in the ice and the snow. It's getting into the late afternoon here. I am 18 and a half miles in, so I should have 3 or 4 left to go. Going by some of these beautiful meadows that I saw on the way up. Whitney is definitely a peak that's on a lot of people's bucket lists as the highest mountain in the continental US. The permit system makes it a little bit tricky to get out here and get a permit for Mount Whitney during the regular season. But if you come after November 1st, sometimes you get lucky. There was quite a bit of snow out there today, so I don't think I really got that lucky, but at least there were only 1 or 2 big snowstorms before today. I am coming down the home stretch here, making my way back down the steep switchbacks here to Whitney Portal trailhead. And what a day, Mount Whitney with snow. Not an easy one. If you're gonna do this one, you could spend the night up there and backpack and do it in 2 days, or start early. I moved pretty quick, so I was able to get it done in a day here. It looks like I'm not gonna have to put my headlamp on. Thank goodness. On the way down, I train and trail run, and I'm outdoors all the time and in the mountains quite a bit to be able to do this kind of thing. I met groups today that started at 2:30, at 3, at 3:30, at 4, so start in the dark. If you're hoping to get this one done in a day, I'm grateful to be able to do Whitney on the standard Whitney Portal Trail today, because one more snow and I think this thing would be basically a mountaineering route. Check all trails, join the Mount Whitney Facebook group so you can get some updates on what the conditions are like before you go up, and make sure you got the right gear, the trekking poles, microspikes, and gaiters. I think I could have got up it without microspikes and trekking poles, but I was really glad to have it. So sometimes when you carry that extra weight, you're wondering, but when you use it and it keeps you safe, definitely worth it. I'm gonna come in here at just over 22 miles, about 6,500 feet of elevation gain and loss according to my watch. And what a spectacular day on the biggest mountain in the lower 48, Mount Whitney. And we are back. I hope that this video inspires you to get outside and spend some time in nature, because any day outdoors beats a day stuck at home. If you like my travel and outdoors videos, don't forget to hit the like and subscribe buttons, and thank you for your support as I visit every country in the world.